Hello everybody, and welcome to Echoes of History, where lost voices of the past finally get to speak. Imagine this. You're standing inside a temple built 4,500 years ago. The walls around you are made of granite so hard that modern steel tools struggle to cut it. The blocks are perfectly squared, edges razor sharp, and polished so smoothly they reflect the faint moonlight like water. But here's the part Egyptologists avoid. Every one of these blocks, weighing 50 to 200 tons, was carved with a precision so unnatural, so coldly mechanical, that some researchers swear it looks like machine work, not hand work. And then, there is the mystery no one wants to discuss. Menkaure, the pharaoh of the smallest pyramid, the king whose monuments show the highest precision, left behind no confirmed burial, no confirmed coffin, and a temple that looks finished by someone else. Tonight, you and I will step inside those stones. We will follow the cuts, the polished lines, the abandoned slabs. And the terrifying thought that something happened here, something so sudden, Egypt walked away and never returned. Welcome to the precision temples of Menkaure. Stand with me at the base of the Giza plateau. To your left, the giant pyramid of Khufu. To your right, the broad massive structure of Coffin. But straight ahead, almost quiet, almost ignored, is the pyramid of Menkaure. Small, but not simple. Because the moment you walk toward Menkaure's valley temple, the air changes. The stones here aren't limestone. They're pink granite from Aswan, dragged nearly 900 kilometers. Not rough-cut blocks, but polished slabs, perfectly mated joints, and surfaces so flat they challenge modern architecture. Some edges are so sharp that if you run your finger along them, even today, they feel like they could cut you. Who made these blocks? How were they shaped? And why does this temple show a level of craftsmanship better than Khufu's Great Pyramid, even though the kingdom had less money, fewer workers, and a smaller project? This is the first impossible question of Menkaure's temples. Walk deeper. A massive granite lintel lies toppled on the ground, shattered from an ancient earthquake or a forgotten flood. On its underside, a cut so precise, so perfectly straight, that engineers describe it as saw-like, not chipped, not hammered, sawn. Yet no copper saw on earth, not then, not now, could carve a groove like that through Aswan granite. Some Egyptologists suggest sand abrasives. Others suggest thousands of workers. But none of those explanations match the uniform precision seen here. Somewhere inside these walls is a technique we no longer understand. The strangest part. Many granite blocks show tool marks that look like sudden abandonment. Perfect polish on one side. Raw, rough stone on the other. Like a workshop where everyone vanished mid-shift. Why? What stopped the builders? Why did they walk away? This is where rumors begin. Priests speak of sudden omens. Workers tell stories of sickness. Others whisper that the king died too early, and construction froze overnight. Menkaure's death changed everything. Now step inside the second temple, Menkaure's mortuary temple. Here, the silence becomes heavier. The granite blocks are even bigger, some over 200 tons. But the strangest thing is this. Half of the blocks are polished to perfection. The other half are completely untouched. Imagine building a palace and walking away halfway through polishing your last room. Why? Egypt never did things halfway. Not for a king. Yet here, everything feels frozen. As if time stopped. Look closely at the unfinished stones, you will see a pattern. One corner polished like glass. One corner left rough. Some blocks carved only along the edges. Their centers untouched. It looks like a team was working, block by block, with incredible precision. Then someone shouted, "Stop everything." The tools fell silent. And the marks of that final moment still sit in the stone. But here is where the mystery grows darker. Archaeologists discovered multiple phases of construction. Granite, with limestone behind it. Then mud brick behind that. Why 3 layers? Why downgrade materials? Some say the kingdom ran out of money. Others say Menkaure's sudden death halted the granite work. But these explanations don't fully fit. Because the granite sections were placed with such precision that even today, engineers say the technique seems advanced beyond the surrounding centuries. So why stop? Why build a masterpiece? Then abandon it? Then downgrade it? Then leave it incomplete? Unless something bigger was happening. A natural disaster? Political rebellion? A religious warning? A curse? Or something even more frightening? That the knowledge to carve granite like this was lost. Now descend with me into the burial chamber. The walls narrow, the air tightens. And then, you see it. A coffin. Black basalt. Carved perfectly smooth. Edges sharp. Base glowing faintly with ancient polish. But here's the disturbing truth. Menkaure was never found inside it. The coffin was lost at sea when the ship transporting it to Britain sank. His wooden coffin, empty. His mummy, missing. His chamber, quiet. A king who built temples with impossible precision vanished with impossible silence. Inside the chamber, there is something else. A second deeper shaft, unfinished, descending into darkness. What were they going to build? What was meant to be here? Why is it empty? Some archaeologists believe Menkaure was never buried in this pyramid. Others believe priests moved him. Some whisper theories too strange for academic books. But one thing is certain. A man who built the most precise temples of the Old Kingdom left behind a pyramid that feels like a question with its answer missing. Stand again at the temple. Run your fingers along the granite blocks. Feel how cold the edges still are. How perfect the surfaces still look. How the corners meet with machine-like accuracy. No one today can explain how they polished this much granite. This fast. This perfectly. With tools made of copper. No one explains why half the temple looks finished. And half looks abandoned. No one explains why Menkaure, the king who built the most precise temples, vanished into history without a trace. And maybe that's the final message he left behind. That even the smallest pyramid can hide the largest unanswered questions. That precision can be a whisper. A warning. A secret. And sometimes, the sharpest stones are the ones we were never meant to understand. Thank you for spending this time with a pyramid the world has almost forgotten. Please like, subscribe to Echoes of History and ring the bell.